guys, by request, we are doing a little with the magic circle today. Some people call it the Pilates circle, some people call it the fit circle. Most of us call it the ring of fire. If you don't have a magic circle, you can use a yoga strap. You can create a circle with pantyhose tied in a knot or a TheraBand. It does work for that. That's for all the abduction, pressing out work. For the adduction, pressing in work, maybe you're using a firm pillow. Or again, maybe you're using a small ball or a yoga strap, okay? Otherwise, magic circle. Remember, do what your body can do. I can't see you. You know what you're allowed to do. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it, okay? Let's get started. We're actually gonna start down on the mat. You can kneel up for a little balance challenge. You can stand if your knees hate this or sit in a chair. Shoulders down and back, abs in. Circle is right in front of your heart. On an exhale, you squeeze. On an inhale, you release. As you squeeze and release, notice I'm keeping my fingers open. I'm not gripping, right? Notice as I squeeze, my abs engage. Good. However, I don't get short, so I'm also not hunching, right? I'm working across the pec while keeping the chest broad. And 3. Back of the neck is long. 2. Good. 1 more. We're going to keep the squeeze. We're going to rotate to the right and return to the center. Rotate to the left and return to the center. So we're adding oblique. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. So my abs are working. My biceps are working. I'm rotating around my spine while working for pelvic stability. This is work. Shoulders down and back. Spine long. 3. Beautiful, guys. Good, we have 2 more sets. 2. Good, my biceps are feeling it a little. 1 more set. Gorgeous, you're gonna stay facing the direction you're at. I'm gonna rotate slightly to the side. I'm gonna extend the circle forward and I'm gonna draw the circle back. Now, as I do that, notice I get tiny shakes, right? So that's a good thing. That means I'm really working to keep flexion against the circle. So I'm working across the pec through the bicep. As my elbows bend, notice I draw them apart. So I keep my shoulders broad. And 4. Beautiful. 3, keeping that spine long again, not hunching. Good. 2 more. 2. Good. 1 more. Now this is not very satisfying. You're going to keep the circle out and squeeze and release and squeeze and release. I say it's not very satisfying because it's not like before where you got to crush the circle, right? So as we squeeze, we're working through the support musculature of the wrist and the elbow. We're working across the bicep and the pec. And 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. Now, if those are enough, you keep with those. Otherwise, I'm going to lift the circle over my head and I'm going to put it down like a hat. I call it an astronaut hat. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Notice what I'm doing is I'm working down the back chain of the body as well as across the shoulders. I'm still keeping the spine upright. And 3 more. 2, I'm trying to keep my ribs knit. 1 more. Now, I'm going to rotate. You stay. Keeping this position. Flex up and over to one side and return. Flex up and over to the other side and return. Whether you're sitting on a chair or you're sitting on the floor or you're standing, your head should stay right in the middle of the circle. So what am I working? My lateral flexion with spinal alignment, right? So I am not letting my head lead the way or my shoulders dip. Beautiful. 2 more sets. Abs up and in, sitting up tall in between. 1 more set. And then I'm going to take off my astronaut hat. It should feel a little bit warmer. I'm going to take the circle, I'm going to press it against the side of my hip. I'm going to put my arm down by my side. Again, if you're using a ball or a pillow, this is fine as well. I'm going to stay tall as I press and release. So my shoulders are out of ears, my abs are in. Beautiful. As I do this, notice Both sides of my body are working, but one side is really engaging against the pressure. And I'm not dipping. My circle isn't going up and down. My shoulder isn't going up and down. 2 more. And I'm keeping nice and square. Good. 1 more. Now, if you can, hold this. Little rotation forward and back. Again, keeping open across the chest. And 6, 5, 4. You should feel work around the shoulder. 3, 2, 1 more. And release. We're going to do the bicep. It's super awkward. Be careful. This circle is going to go right at the base of the neck, not against the side. Base of the neck. I'm going to put my hand on the circle. Shrug your shoulder up, then drop it down. You want to drop it down. On my exhale, I'm going to squeeze, and on my inhale, I'm going to release. Now notice as I do that, it's not pushing my neck and head to the side. This is isolating the bicep. If your shoulder is lifting and lowering, you will not be isolating your bicep. I'm still working through the core. And 5. Good. 4. 3. I'm not going very fast, right? I'm waiting till the circle feeds back. 3. It gives me the shakes because I've hit my limit. 2. Beautiful. We have 1 more. Great. We're going to bring this over to the other side. Again, ball, circle, pillow, what you're working with. Shoulder down, abs in, stay square, squeeze. Good. I'm not letting this circle go behind me, so no internal rotation. Notice how I got pushed over. I really need to support through the center. So I'm really pressing against my side body while pulling up on that same side. And while I do that, and 4, I'm still staying stable on the opposite side. 3. Good. This side's harder for me. 2, this elbow's had some injuries, so this is a weaker spot for me. 1, can you see me shaking a little more? A little forward, a little back. My range of motion might even be a little different. Again, you listen to your body. You listen to if it's telling you yes or no, too much, or add. And 4, good. I need to lift up a little. Do you? 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. We go for bicep on this side. Find that little divot towards the base, not against the jugular, right? Palm on, shoulder down. Abs are in. Lift the shoulder to get it out of the system and drop it to anchor it. Support, press, return. And again, you are looking for that moment where you get the tiny shake, where the amount of pressure you put in hits the feedback of the circle and they fight each other a little bit. You're not fighting your muscles, you're fighting the resistance. It's a little Star Wars-y, right? And 4, tells you I like Star Wars, doesn't it? 3, sitting up nice and tall. 2, and 1 more. Gorgeous. Gently release. If you need to wiggle, wiggle. We're going to head down to the mat now. Okay, I'm going to take this circle. I'm going to put my legs through the circle. Now, this is the point where if you're using a yoga strap or a belt or pantyhose, it goes around the outside. Okay, we lie all the way down. Abs are in, feet are flat. I'm going to press against the circle and release. I press and release. So right now, both of my legs are pressing equally. And 5, I'm staying stable and neutral. 4, so as I press, I'm not rolling my ankles. 3, and I'm not rounding my shoulders up. 2, 1 more. Now I'm going to keep a little pressure. I'm not going to increase that pressure. This is where I'm at. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, tap. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, tap. I'm keeping equal pressure against that circle. And I'm really working to stay even and lifted through my glute and hip. And 3, 2, beautiful guys. 1 more, hold. Now if this is enough for you, I love this. Otherwise, press equally against the circle. Then use your outside leg on one side to make little presses. So my inside leg is holding still. My outside leg is pressing out in repetition. If this is enough, keep it. Are you more advanced? Stretch that leg out and continue. And 5. Now you can really see how stable I am. 4. And I have to work. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put that foot down. I stabilize my outside leg. I work my inside leg. I press out. So this leg is working so hard not to move. Good, guys. Now again, if this is enough, awesome. You're more advanced, extend that leg. And 5. Good, glute firing. 4, abs in. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put my foot down and I'm going to roll on down. I'm going to take the circle or belt or whatever you are using and put it to the outside of my ankles. If you want to flex, you can. Hands interlaced behind my head. On my exhale, I lift up. On my inhale, I lower down. This is your 101. If you need to keep your feet on the mat, you do, but your progressions will be limited, okay? Good. If this is enough, I love this. Otherwise, 2. 1 more, lift up, extend, return, lower down. Lift up, extend, return, lower down. I keep that circle even as I extend my legs. And 4. Good. Notice I pull in and anchor. 3. Good. 2 more. 2. 1 more, and we're going to hold the chest lift, hold. If this is enough, keep it. Anchor the shoulders. Otherwise, tap and lift. Tap and lift. Good. If this is enough, keep it. Otherwise, straighten the legs. Lower and lift. And 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Lower everything down. Take the circle off. Let the hips release. Let the back release. Whatever feels appropriate here. Good, guys. We're going to do one more little set here. We're going to roll over onto one side. Now, again, you can be a pillow or a prop. Magic circle is going to go inside the thighs. Now, this is pretty wide for me, so I'm going to lift my bottom foot up to meet it, okay? Find your placement, okay? So I'm going to keep my feet touching. For me, it's toes or heels, okay? I'm going to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. I'm pulling up through my low abs. And 6. Good. 5. Notice I'm supporting the return. 4. Breathing. 3. 2. We're working those inner thighs, pelvic floor, and abs. 1. I'm going to hold. Now, if this is enough, you keep this. Otherwise, little squeezes. 6. 5, 4, working those inner thighs. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. I'm going to take the circle and I'm going to put it between my ankles. And I'm going to inch down a little bit and straighten my legs out. I'm going to flex my feet. I'm going to squeeze and release. So I'm still working through the adductors, that which draws the legs together. Good. You're on a prop or your arm is down on a pillow. And 5. I'm trying not to let my feet and hips roll. 4, 3. So there's a line through the chest and the hip. 2. Let's make sure the ladies are in. 1. Now, if that's enough, you keep it. Otherwise, lift and lower. 10, 9. Abs in. 8. Look at me work my side. 7, 6, 5, 4. Reach through the heels. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Bring it in. Good. You get to flip onto your other side. I'm going to roll over so that you can still see me, right? Now we're going to find our spot. You're lying on your arm as a pillow or a prop. Foam circle goes between the legs, or you've got your pillow or your ball, right? Flex or point, it's up to you. Make sure it's secure. Stack, stack, pull in, squeeze, release. I'm going to move mine down a little. Squeeze, release. Good. Squeeze, release. Notice I'm not going fast. I'm pressing and holding. Same as arms, right? 5. I go till I hit resistance. 4. And then I work against that and slowly return. 3. Beautiful, guys. We're wrapping those glutes. 2. 1 more. If that's enough, you keep it. Otherwise, you hold. 6. Little squeezes. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gorgeous. I put the circle between my ankle bones, which I know is awkward, and I stretch out and flex my feet. My abs are in, spine is long. Good, I'm gonna start by squeezing and releasing here. So working in extension changes the work. The bigger muscles for adduction are up at the top of the thigh. By moving the circle down, we're working to support the inside of the knee, and we're working those adductors down the length of the body. And 5, we're also keeping the hip open, which changes things a little. 4, 3, we're almost there. 2, now remember, if this is enough, you keep this. 1, otherwise squeeze, lift and lower. 10, 9, 8, keep that circle stable. 7, 6, hips stay stacked. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in for the release. Gorgeous, guys. So that's where we're gonna work today. A little bit of magic circles, some arms, some thighs and glutes, and some side body. I hope you had a really good workout, and I look forward to seeing you next time.